Hey, YouTube friends and family, what's going on? Hey, Tony Hill here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Making Sense of Credit. This channel is about anything personal and small business credit, personal and small business finance. Hey, welcome. Hey, look, I want to bring you another video. This video is about a fintech bank, and I think one of the best online banks I've seen. I'm really not a huge fan of fintech. They try to make a believer out of me, and I've been researching them for a while, but this is one of the better ones. So I really like the product. But also too, look, stay with me to the end of this video. I'm going to show you one of my clients that we did one of the fintech seed loans today, and what that score was. So stay with me until the end of this video. But look, before I jump into the video, smash the like button, hit the notification bell for upcoming content, make a comment if you like. Like I always say, share this with your friends and family. Don't keep this to yourself. Help them out. And most of all, please subscribe to my channel. Helps my algorithm and increases my chances of getting more viewers and growing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, look. This lender is SeedFi. Basically, you can build credit with it, and then also they have several products. But for today's video, and I can get into maybe a review a little more, but for today's review, for today's what I want to do, I want to just really get into the fact that, you know what, if you need a loan, you need finance, this is one of the better online products, and especially for fair credit. We know, like most of you guys can get, along with excellent or good credit or very good credit. But sometimes I tend, and you guys probably know this, I tend to, look out for the folks that has no credit, bad credit, fair credit. I want to help them out and get them up. Look, anybody can do videos about excellent, good, and very good credit, right? So I like to dig a little deeper and hopefully help you in the long run. But SeedFi is I think a really good company. They reached out to me. What's up, Greg and Katrina? A while back in April, I went on, tried to do it myself. Kind of ran into a couple bumps and bruises. Wasn't able to connect with it right away. But I did 3 today with 3 different clients. They all went smooth. Actually, I had one client do one about 3 or 4 days ago, so it took them like 4 or 5 days, but we got it done. We figured out what the issue was. But, I say all of that to say this. I'm impressed with them, and I appreciate what they're trying to do. Basically, they're trying to help you build credit. They have a couple of products, and I'll show you in a minute. But SeedFi helps you build credit with affordable payments. Want to leave you better off than you are now. I like this story. This is the Eric Burton is the co-founder, and I love his story is very similar to mine. I grew up in the projects of Detroit. My parents didn't have a credit card, so I had nothing. I knew nothing about credit. Looked like he was a pretty he grew up pretty humble. SeedFi was born out of my own personal experience growing up in a low-income family, seeing my parents fight to keep the lights on and food on the table, barely making ends meet, while putting myself through college and struggling to improve my own bad credit scores. After getting out of debt, building my savings, working in the credit industry for over 10 years. SeedFi is the solution I always wanted for these problems. We created this company not to make money, but because we really wanted to build something that helps people. So look, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I love companies with a really good story, and I like what they're trying to do. So look, here's the products. They got a credit builder product that you could do. A credit builder plan financial system works against you. Traditionally, you need a loan, credit card to build credit, but you can't get them. And then you can sign up. You can go. It's up to, I want to say it's $500, like $10 a week or so. You can do it every 2 weeks, twice a month, once a month. You can pick what works best for you. That's their credit builder plan. They got a borrow, like the three people I helped today, they all got loans. And I was very impressed because they didn't have the greatest scores, have fair scores, but they all got loans. And I'll go over one later if you stay in this video, stay to the end with me. Traditional loans for short term, borrows lower interest, lower rate. And look, definitely I could say speak to their rate. Some fair credit banks can go up to like 35% or so, depending on which state you're in. Access up to $4,000. Most people get offers in less than 5 minutes. That wasn't our experience, but I think one took maybe 3 or 4 hours. One took, like I said, one took 3 or 4 days, and that's only because, he had his. Let me just drop this. If you're self-employed, make sure if your bank statements don't match your personal address, you want to make sure that happens. So if you got a bank statement that has your business address on, you want to send that. And what we did for this gentleman, because the reason it took him 4 days, but once I told him, I said, well, send your personal bank statement in with your current address on. Once we sent that in, he was approved after he didn't really know how to do it. So I told him to call SeedFi. They took care of it for him, and he was approved within 10, 15 minutes once he's got that square straightened around. So once again, if you're self-employed and your business address is different than your personal address, not only send your business statements, but also send your personal statements with your current address. So I wanted to drop that. Sorry about the little confusion. But look, I wanted to make sure I clarify that for you so you could kind of, get past the pitfalls that a couple of my clients had. Also, too, I know when they first started out, they weren't in every state, and I think they're in most states. You could certainly click here and research if they are in your state. But from what I understand, they're in most states. So, but check it out. Look like they got a one bill plan coming up, so you could do all payments, and you could continue your bills in one easy payment to make when you get paid. So, once again, this is a fintech company. If you don't know what a fintech company is, I'm just going to read the definition. A fintech company is a financial technology. It's a term used to describe any technology that delivers financial services through software such as online banking, mobile payments, apps, or even cryptocurrency. Fintech technology, fintech, is used to describe new tech that seeks to improve and automate delivery and use of financial services. Look, I'm still an old school guy. I'm 57 years old. I like the banks. I like building a relationship with the bank. I've been looking up these companies for a while, and I have to say, this company I am most impressed with. I've been researching it for a while, and I like to see what companies do when they start out and see how it goes before I jump right in. And I can tell you this, I even have a loan myself through them. So, but I'm impressed by them. So moving on, the thing about it is, let me just show you this. So here's what one of the clients who actually it took him 3 or 4 days to get this done, but it was mostly on his part, not their part. But one thing I love, and a lot of times you see these fintech companies, they don't have a way of you getting a hold of them. There's no phone number. It's always an email or some other way, some online way to get a hold of them. So I like the fact that you could talk to, SeedFi directly. They got a phone number if you have any questions. I love that fact because that really kind of brings that old school flavor around, but the same as, that fintech, automation. So, but I do like it. So here's a client. He was approved for basically $4,000. And how it works, you get $2,000. They'll give you $2,000 up front, then they'll put $2,000 in the savings. And so basically what happens is, and this was his APR. Once again, Their finance rates are between 6.95 and 29.99. So his APR, because he had a lower score, was 24.94% is his finance charges and 36 months. And look, the number of payments vary. And you can figure that out with SeedFi. Payments, $160 monthly. So it looked like he went for the monthly one time. So let me just say this about that. The thing about it is that you're going to say, wow, I got to pay the entire amount in my payment, which is the $160. Yes, because at the end of the loan, once you pay it off, and you can pay this off early, or you can make double payments or whatever, but once you pay it off, you're basically going to be sitting there with $2,000 in savings that they'll unlock for you once you pay off the loan. And you can keep that with them, or you can do whatever you want with it afterwards. Also, too, I like the fact that they had several offers. So if you didn't need that much, but that was the amount you were approved for, but then you can go $650, you can do $1,300, $650. Now put in do $650 in savings. Rates slightly lower. Finance charges, of course, quite a bit lower, and the number of payments have changed, and the monthly payments is $80. And if I'm not mistaken, you could break that into biweekly. That's offer number 2. Offer number 3, $1,350. So once again, actually the loan amount is $27. You can get $1,350 up front, but you have $1,350 in savings. Rates slightly a little lower than the first offer. Payments are relatively about the same, and the payments are a little lower because you're borrowing less money, right? But I love the fact that they give you a choice, 3 different offers. I thought that was very impressive. Excuse me. And then this was the most surprising part of it. So this client of mine, once again, after I kind of walked him through it, basically he had a 610 credit score, and it was a Vantage score. You guys know how big I am on FICO scores, but it looks like SeedFi uses Vantage score. And look, I think when when you get their offer, it's a soft pull, but once they pull it, it's a hard pull. Now, I didn't see anything come up on any of the 3 clients. They didn't get any alerts from FICO. So this may be, and I could be wrecking. I'll check and get more information for you. I think it's just a hard pull through Vantage only, and this through TransUnion. So, but the thing about it is that, look, I think this is very impressive, being that, the person only had a 610, and it kind of gives you a breakdown why. And look, he's pretty high on his balances, revolving debt, and he even had a few delinquencies. But once again, they still gave him a $4,000 loan. I have to say, guys, like I said, I'm impressed. What I found with a lot of these fintech companies is that they use the Plaid platform, which is, they go into your account and they look at, what your average balances are basically over a 90-day period. And then when you're filling out this too, SeedFi does the same thing, because that's your POI, your proof of income, which is going to be your bank statements. You connect your checking account, and they're going to take a look at that, and that's how they're going to approve you. But every time I hear one of these fintech companies say, "Oh yeah, you can get it," with low scores, that's not what I found. I have quite a few clients and who've gone through this in the last 6 months. Well, most of them have been turned down, even some with 670, 680 scores. So I have to say, with SeedFi, I'm very, very impressed. And that's why I did a video. I have not done another fintech video except for SeedFi when it comes to a product like this. So I would say check these guys out. If you need money, you need money to grow and save. What a great product. And even if you need to build some credit and add another trade line, because you guys know what I always say about, if you have less than 5 files, you have a thin files, and the bank is going to look at you a lot riskier. So really, this is another product, even if you don't do to grow your file and the loan, you can still build your credit with SeedFi. So look, until the next video, Tony O, making sense of credit, making sense of making money online. Until my next video, please. And I also do one thing. I'm gonna put down some of the other videos that I just did based on authorized users down below. Make sure you check those out. It's a 4-part series. It's the most comprehensive series you'll ever see on authorized user trade lines. So look, Tony O, making sense of credit. Until next time, be good and be safe.